Hudson Tech, cutting-edge aftermarket automotive technology. Introducing the Shredder, the second-generation trunk-mounted and vehicle-deployed tire deflation device. 50% wider, 30% longer, no moving parts. Deployed in less than 5 seconds. Hudson Tech, cutting-edge aftermarket automotive technology. Using an explosively pumped flux compression generator to fire a military-grade electromagnetic blast 2 times faster than currently deployed technology.
What's up, guys? Atom Bacon here. Welcome back to more Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. In the last episode, we unlocked a few new equipment that did not unlock. We upgraded a bit of our equipment. Apparently I can't grammar. As you saw at the beginning of this episode, because silly me wanted to turn on the joke theme from the episode before that, and it accidentally ended up playing over the videos for the equipment upgrades, and they were hard to hear. So I was replaying them there, so if you missed them, you'll hear them again there without interruption. Anyway, as promised at the end of the last episode, we're starting this one off with Hang Tough. A mission I forgot about for a bit, but I'm certainly not looking forward to.
All units, we have a high priority situation on Grand Ocean Road.
This is definitely one of the more difficult interceptors, but for a different reason. Notice we don't have any weapons. This fight is purely based on physical car-to-car contact, and there is nothing else to it. Which can honestly, I find it's a bit of a double-edged sword, because to my knowledge, the person you're chasing cannot use weapons either. So this can either be the easiest or hardest. Well, it's definitely not going to be the easiest interceptor, because it's just there are way easier ones earlier in the series. But this can either be a really easy or really hard fight, really just depending on how it goes, and there's really no way to predict whether it's going to be easy or difficult until you just do it and see how it goes. From my experience, I usually have a hard time with this, though, because the AI is really smart. Well, as you've seen, he's really good at slowing down at critical moments and just generally psyching you out. Speaking of psychouts, I actually have a really funny and rather adorable story to tell, but I'm going to save that for sometime when I have a little less immediate subject matter. Because for this I want to, at least what little commentary, well, I guess not what little commentary, I've kind of been talking this whole time. But I want to focus my commentary on the mission at hand. I'll save this, I will tell this story within this episode, but I want to save it for a moment when I don't have anything else to talk about. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Where the hell is he? Okay, he's going that way. That was weird. Okay, I still have them fairly close in range, and I thought I had a lot more nitrous than that.
Suspect is headed along Coral Bay Drive.
On the bright side, no matter what happens, you never have to worry about jammers in this one. It's definitely a difficult one, though, that's for sure. Oh! If I'd hit him a little bit more square on, that might have been really good. And I've taken more damage than he has, which is kind of sad because I'm pretty sure I have a much bigger health bar. Oh, wow, I'm low. Oh! Not helping. And there goes my gold medal. I'll be honest, I totally should have died there. Are you not going to let me reverse? Thank you. I'll be honest, I did not expect to beat this on my first try. Oh, okay. Honestly, I find critical condition can be really funny sometimes. Because you will have things that totally should have killed you, not do anything, and then the most random things will end up killing you. That was way too close. I just find it can be a little finicky sometimes. Kind of like the Elite Inkies and the Blob, how they'll just bump into you but not actually deal damage.
Negative on the stop. Vehicle still mobile.
Where do you think you're going? Straight ahead? Alright. I'll play a game. I really don't care if I get a pass on this. Well, I mean, I care that I pass, but I mean, I don't care if I miss getting a merit or a distinction. I just care that I do this. Because it is a very difficult mission, I'm not going to lie. I've been dreading this. And, okay, see what I mean? Not only did I not get wrecked, but that wasn't even a crash, even though it was a head-on collision after coming out of nitrous. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it can be weird. I got him! I got him! Somehow.
The suspects are now under
Somehow I managed to pull it off on my first try. I don't even care that I took almost 5 minutes to do that. I'm actually hilarious. I was literally about to say, I am hilarious that I beat that on my first try. Clearly I can't talk. In the words of one of my best friends, I don't words when I'm tired. Anyway. V12 for victory, do I want to do that one? Or... I'll do Racing Stripes. This sounds fun. Oh, pardon me. Ooh, Shelby.
The Super Snake is a package offered by Shelby to enhance the power and looks of the Ford Shelby GT500. Everything a balls-to-the-wall muscle car needs. With an increase of 16 horsepower of boost on the Whipple Supercharger, the peak power of the 5...
Wow, rip off! You got a way better car. And I don't know why I was so indecisive on what color I wanted to choose. With most cars in this game, I either don't care or there's a very specific color I always use. Like, there's one car that we'll be getting into much later in this game where I'd always use one specific color, which is actually kind of funny because it's not usually a color I deem in one of my favorite colors in general. Normally my favorite colors are electric blue, sort of a reddish burgundy purple, and a sort of bright bold pink. But with one particular car we'll be seeing later, I'll point out when we get to it, but I won't say what it is for now. Anytime I use that car, which, trust me, once it's unlocked, you'll be seeing that car used a lot. I always use a dark forest green, and I don't know why, because that's not normally a color I associate with myself or my favorite colors. I don't know why I do that. That's a better song. Oh, cool, shortcut. Well, maybe. Even if it's not a shortcut, it's the same route they take, so I'm not really losing anything on this. Yeah, that's actually the thing. You may not have seen it because unless it was in one of the earlier episodes before I started skipping the loading screens, but in general, well, not in general, but shortcuts, well, rather I should say alternate routes are not always shortcuts. Sometimes they will actually take you a longer way around and you'll be losing time, or you'll be losing time by taking them. So, don't just assume that because it's off the beaten path, it's faster. Because there are plenty of times where it's actually not. And so really, there's no way to tell. You kind of just gotta learn the routes for yourself and just remember which ones are shortcuts and which ones aren't. I don't really have them all memorized personally, but oh well. It's not like devastating if you don't, and it's usually not a game breaker if you accidentally take a shortcut that doesn't turn out to be so much of a shortcut. But in general, if you really want the best chance, and I will admit, some of the missions in the later parts of these games can become really tough. And I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot more failed and repeated missions. And also as the missions get longer, as the races in this game, and well, just any kind of events, will be getting inevitably longer as the game draws out. Oh wow, he's really far ahead of me. Oh okay, I got a good 8 kilometers, sorry, to catch up with him. My resolution's a little weird, so numbers like 8 and 9 sometimes look like each other. Because I can't seem to get my haha. Yeah, I can't seem to get my haha. I can't seem to get my HDMI to work with my recorder for some reason. I think I went over that earlier on in the series, but and the more I played this, the more it doesn't seem that bad. And whether that's just me becoming immunized to the lower resolution or just realizing I was overreacting earlier on, I don't know. Wow, that was a mouthful. I really need to take stops and breathe. I also take stops and breath. Yeah, I talk way too fast sometimes. I've been told I can be a bit hard to understand, and admittedly, even just in editing my own videos and going back, I sometimes just have to stop and think, what the heck did I just try to say? Because when you're speaking in your own mind, you know what you're trying to say, so sometimes when your words come out slurred or pushed together, you don't notice it right away, because in your mind, you still said what you wanted to say. I feel like I just did that right there when I said wanted to. I'll see in editing whether I did or not. And I've officially lost my train of thought now. What point was I trying to make to start out? I don't know now. Oh, 1 kilometer to the finish line. Better be careful not to let him gain on me. Oh geez, he's actually really close. Oh geez, oh geez. I am not losing this now. Oh no you don't. No you don't. No you don't. No you don't. Anyone who plays any kind of racing games, you know the pain of having someone pass you like 10 inches from the finish line. It's not fun. And I got 2 new rewards. A promotion, or I mean a wanted level increase. And the Dodge Challenger SRT8. Ooh, that's actually kind of a nice looking car. Okay, I remembered where I was trying to go with that original statement. As events in this game will be inevitably missions in this game are going to be getting harder and longer. No innuendo intended. As such, I'm going to have to either be increasing the length of these videos or decreasing the amount of missions I do. And I don't want to feel like I'm cheating you guys out on videos, so I'm thinking what I'll probably do is just start making them a bit longer. Because I usually try to shoot for 3 or 4 events per episode, and I'll probably try to stick with that benchmark. Maybe only 2, maybe closer to 2 in really late episodes when events are getting really, really long. But for the most part, I just realized I was talking over that entire loading screen. Oh well, I guess I'm not cutting that one out. Sometimes when I get on a roll of speaking, I just kind of lose track. I think that's the first time we've heard that particular briefing, like saying it's a training mission but will be treated like it was a real one. I think there's a couple of ways they say that. My throat's actually starting to get scratchy. In between events, I might take a quick break to go grab a glass of water or something. Whoa! Oh, I hit that. I did not want to hit that. Alright, apparently I pulled that off. Really helpful headlights there. Shining on the side of the walls, not really lighting up the road in front of me whatsoever. Ooh. I don't know why I didn't think of this trick earlier. I love what I've been doing for swerving and avoiding vehicles is just coasting and not actually holding down the accelerator. It allows for better swerving ability. And if I need to stop, I have less momentum fighting against me. Good tactic there. The timing of that could not have been worse. That was amazing. That was just beautiful. If I ever, I'll probably make like a best of moments for like my 1 year anniversary of doing this or something. I mean, I know it's a long way away to be thinking about my 1 year anniversary, but still, if for any occasion I make some kind of montage of of funny moments or just bad screw-ups or anything, that's definitely going in there as a highlight, because that was amazing. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was... eh. Oh, wow. I hit that guy, too. Oh, man. Actually, apparently that reminded me of something. Huh. That's interesting. I just noticed something. I was doing some free running earlier, just before starting this episode, just to figure out which car I wanted to use for Hang Tough. You can do free runs. I might just demonstrate how that works. It's really straightforward, but it's kind of nice to just go joyriding from time to time. I might actually just do that. Dedicate one episode to just joyride. Oh wow, I managed to pull off. Just do one episode. Just I pick a car and just joyride for the whole episode and just see what crazy adventures I can get into without any story. I might do that for an episode, actually. But, anyway, I was using, I tried using a few racer ones, and I'm noticing that the shortcuts on the map are appearing blue, but I believe that they are orange if you're the racer. I never really paid attention to that. I might be wrong, and I'll hit something. I'll make a note of that on screen here if I'm wrong. I'll just look that over in editing. Or actually, better yet, I can just do a racer mission after this and see if they look different. Okay, did you see that? He stopped. He stopped in the middle of the road. If he'd kept going, he wouldn't have been in my way. He literally just stopped in the middle of a 4-lane highway. If I weren't in such a rush to get somewhere, I'd be ticketing him. Whoa, jeez. Okay, that one was my fault. That one was all on me. Oh, jeez. 1.8 kilometers. Oh, geez, I actually might not make this. I'm gonna need to pull some pretty sweet moves if I want to pull this off. I only have 15 seconds. Less than a kilometer in 15 seconds. I basically need to drive this flawlessly. So much for that! Wait, there's the finish line! There's the finish line! 2 seconds to spare! Oh man, that was intense. Ooh, new reward. Nice. Oh, is this the car I think it is? No, it is not. That's the Camaro. Alright then. Alright. Ultimately open V12 for victory. Time trial or preview time trial? You know what? Since this is probably going to be the last race of the thing, so specific of the episode, I'll end off with a bang and do the preview. What do I get? Ooh, the Revention. This is a nice car.
The new Reventon Roadster, 1 in 700 million. Costing a cool $250,000 more than the Reventon, this car is also limited to only 20 examples. With 40 years of building open-top cars, Roadsters are a way for Lamborghini to add that extra emotional component to their technological expertise. Where the engine in the Reventon was a tuned version of the LP640's engine, the Reventon Roadster features an engine almost identical to the one used in the hardcore LP670 4 Super Veloce. Unlike the Reventon, the exclusive paint used has a matte gray finish that is brought to life in sunlight due to the inclusion of metal particles. The wheels are formed of 5 Y-form spokes, which include a carbon crescent-shaped fin that helps cool the brakes even further.
I don't know why I felt inclined to play the entire sales pitch, but for some reason I did. So, yeah, the Revention Roadster. This is a pretty beastly car, I'm not gonna lie. It's up there in one of my favorite Tier 4 cars. Yeah, just let that sink in. This thing isn't even top tier. Alright, I guess since I don't really have a lot to go over here, I'll use this opportunity to tell that story I was talking about earlier. So, there's a park near my house that I like to go to just to cool down sometimes, when I just want some time alone, if I need to de-stress, or if I just want to work on ideas for stories or whatever. I like to just go there, sit on the swing, and just take in the environment around me and stuff like that, you know, just calming. Anyway, so I stopped there. Ow. I stopped there on my way home from school today, as usual, and there was a mother with 3 children, and the eldest of the 3, a girl who, by looking at her, I'm guessing was probably about 6 or 7, I'm guessing. She was just waving around a little fallen leaf as if it were like she said it was a flag or something, but she was waving it kind of close to me as I was on the swing, and for some reason I just felt inclined to kind of play along with her, so I started moving just as a joke, I started moving my head side up and down in sync with how she moved the flag. It didn't take her long to catch on to the fact that I was doing that, and she very quickly made me regret that choice, and was doing also... Oh my god, am I not gonna... Wow. I didn't get it! Wow. Okay, now... 80 bounty. Anyway, as I was saying, so she very quickly started to push me to my limits on my playing around with that. She was like shaking it really violently from side to side, up and down, doing long swinging motions, but stopping at really random times to trip me up. And she even started doing like 360-degree spins as if my head were able to swivel like an owl's or something. As I was on the swing, I just kind of tried to rock the swing around to try to get a bit of range of movement, but it was just kind of funny just seeing how as soon as she realized what I was doing, she just immediately tried to make my life as hard as possible. I'll be honest, that happened about, what time is it? Like, okay, it's like 10 now. That happened about 6 hours ago. I still have a headache from how much I was moving my head around. And the talking loudly and constantly really isn't helping it, to be honest. But I felt like doing some recording tonight, so. But yeah, it was just a cute little story I felt like sharing. I told it to one of my friends, and he says she's going to grow up to make a great troll someday. Those loops there, actually, I have an interesting little story to tell. That something really cool I managed to pull off on one of those loops, but explaining it right now would spoil an upcoming an upcoming tool, I'll say, that we're going to be getting. Alright. Only a bronze, but better than nothing. Anyway, with that, thus ends this episode. I guess I really don't have anything else to say. Next time, I suppose we'll... well, there's quite a few other time trials and whatnot that can be done right now, so... oh, and some of these... Ooh, Stampede, I remember that being a fun one. Alright, well, starting next episode, we'll be taking out some of those time trials, as well as maybe those 2 Hot Pursuit missions. See you guys next time.